All right. Welcome, everyone, to the Fundamental Bias weekly overview for the week of October 25th. So almost 2 months left to the year, guys. Crazy. So hope you guys had a wonderful weekend and were able to get some energy on. So we're gonna start in a couple of minutes. I'm just gonna set up my stuff. So in a couple of minutes, we're gonna start our overview. So I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. And I just want to make sure that everyone can hear me. Type the number one if you could hear me, because I have a new setup right now. So I just want to make sure that everything is working properly so we could start. Okay. So type the number one if you could hear me, and we're gonna start in about 2 to 3 minutes. Okay. So type the number one if you could hear me. Thank you. Welcome everyone. So we're gonna start in a couple of minutes. So I just want to make sure that everyone can hear me. I have a new setup, so I just want to make sure that everything is working. And I hope y'all had a great weekend. And we're gonna start in a couple of minutes. So we're gonna look at the pair that will be moving for the week. If it is the first time that you're seeing this webinar, welcome. My name is Andre Derivo, aka Traded FX. So I'm one of the educators here in EFX, especially for the fundamental bias for the Commitment of Traders, the COT. So we're gonna look at that together. And every Monday, what we do is that we look at what is moving, and those are the pairs that we are looking to trade for the week. Okay, so we're gonna start in about 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Welcome, everyone. No problem, bro. No problem. We're here for any questions, any help that you could get. We're here for you guys. So don't be shy to hit me up if you're on Facebook. I will be glad here to help you on that. And if you're in our Discord group, you could put your question in the trade talks. So that way, everyone will be able to answer your questions that way. Make sure to follow us on YouTube. We have our YouTube channel, Elevated FX YouTube page, and we have our community group on Facebook. So you could search Elevated FX on Facebook, and you could join our Facebook group, our free Facebook group. And if you want to join the family, the party, make sure to get on with EFX. We have a lot of products that are currently available and much more to come. Right now we're testing other products, automations and everything like that. So I know people love to have some automation in their life. No one won't say no to automated trades. Do it to yourself and get some profit at the same time. So that's what we're focused on. So we're gonna start in about 30 seconds here, and we're gonna start the week fresh with our analysis here with the fundamentals. And if you have any questions regarding the fundamental and how it works, don't be shy. Just put your comment in the comment section if you're on Facebook or on YouTube. Perfect. So let's start here. All right, great guys. So welcome. So like I said, my name is Andre Dero, the aka Trading FX. So we're gonna start. First of all, I want to make sure that everyone can see me because, like I said, I have a new setup. I have a new camera. It's full HD, so it should be clear to everyone to look at. And don't mind me looking left or right because I have multiple uh, stations to look at, and I want to make sure that I have everything on my end so I can give you the best options here. So just type the number one if you could. Basically, type the number two, okay? If you could see me. Type the number one if you could hear me, and type the number two if you could see me. Perfect. Okay. So that's good on that. Perfect. Hi, Stefan. Hi, Chris. Hi, Brittany. Because I'm looking at the people on Facebook. And like I said, you could see me on YouTube too at the same time. So it's uh, it's best of both worlds here. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So what we do here on Mondays, every Monday, is that we do our fundamental bias for our weekly uh, trading week. Okay, so what we do is that we look at the future contracts for each of the currency in the world here that are moving the most. And what we do is that we combine the two, and that's what you see as a forex pair. A forex pair is compare one currency to another currency. Okay, so if you have a U.S. dollar and you want to go to Canada, for example, okay, you need to exchange your U.S. dollar to Canadian dollar. So you have to have the actual exchange rate that give you access to the currency in Canada. Okay, so this is exactly what we're looking at. We're looking at the currency bias here from one currency to another. We combine the two, and that gives us a bias for the week. And we have to make sure that this currency is strong overall for the week, and that's exactly what we're looking to trade for to get some profits here overall. Okay, perfect. So on that note, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share my screen. Let's see here. And as we do every Monday, we look at the raw data. Okay, so those are the commercial contracts here. Just type the number three if you could see my screen, my share screen, so we could start. I think everyone could see me. Perfect. Yeah, I think I see myself here on my end. Perfect. Okay. So, so basically, what we do here is that, for example, this week we're the week of the 25th, right? So what we have to look at is the last 2 weeks of commercial data that will give us our bias for this week. Okay, so that means that we have to look for the week of October 11th data and the week for October 18th. Okay, so we do that for all of the currencies. Okay, and then after we finish that, we add them together. So let's say we have Euro USD. So we add the Euro data to the USD data. That will give us our Euro USD bias for the week. Okay, that's super simple. And usually those information here that I'm giving you guys, those are valuable information. And I think I'm maybe one of the few that give you the rundown as simple as possible, because there's advanced ways to do it, but this is the most efficient way and the most comprehensive way to understand fundamental bias here. Seriously, guys, you know how much time it takes me to do a fundamental bias for the week? Usually around maybe 20 to 30 minutes. Okay, so I do that 20 to 30 minutes, and then I run the data and give you the fundamental bias here. So it's really simple to do. Okay, so let's start with the US dollar. So we have for the US dollar for the last 2 weeks. So we're gonna look at the last 2 weeks of data. So on the week of October 11th, the contracts here were at minus 42,692. Okay. And then on the week of October 18th, went to minus 42,728. Okay. So how do you read those information? Exactly that information. Okay. What you need to do is you see the first week, that's it's October 11th, to the second week, and you see the difference. Okay. So first you have to know if it's going up or down in value. So exactly in price. Okay. So here, this price is bigger than this price, right? The reason why is that there's a minus in front. Okay. Because this one is near the zero than this one. Okay, that's exactly the way that I see it. It's simpler to see that way. So any number that is near the zero is the one that is higher when it's a minus. Okay. So since it went down in numbers, okay, from this to this, the way that you have to understand that those numbers is that you have to do the opposite of what you're seeing. It's really simple. You do the opposite of what you're seeing. So if you see it, let's say if it's going up from here to here, you look to sell the market. So if it's going down from here to here, you look to buy the market. Okay. So in this example here, this one is going down. So we're looking to buy the USD. Okay. The dollar, we're looking to buy it for the week. Okay. So far, so good. Tag the number 3 if you understood my example and the explanation on that. Because it's super simple, guys. So type the number 3 if you understood, and we can continue. And if you want me to re-explain that, that's no problem. I could re-explain it. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So now we said USD is going up, right? So next, we're looking at the euro. The euro, October 11th, the week of October 11th, we had minus 8,953. And then it went to minus 17,573. You could write this down, guys. So if you see a difference in price of over 5,000 in pricing in contracts, okay, that means that this currency, that's a currency that I want to trade for the week. Okay. The reason why is because it's going to be volatile. When we say it's volatile, that means that there will be a lot of movement. And when we say a lot of movement, that means that we're going to make a lot of what? If there's a lot of movement, that means that we're going to make a lot of, there's two words that'll be acceptable. You want to see if someone can answer that question. So if we have a lot of movement in the market, that means that we're going to have a lot of what? Someone says volume. Not quite, because the volatility is volume. So volume is equal at volatility. So, but what's going to happen with your account if you take the trade based on the market movement or the volume? And let's say you're using Enigma and you have a trade that is with euro and it's moving, and you know it's going to be moving a lot, and you have a good setup. What's going to happen and when you take the setup? So Chris, you have almost the answer, but the answer is that you're gonna be making a lot of profits. Okay, that's where we're at right now. That's why we're here. We're here to trade so we can make some profit. Okay, so we can increase our account, our equity, and we can do what we want to do in life, right? Okay, so by looking at the data, guys, like they're giving you the data every week. The market is giving you the data, so you have to follow the data. You follow the data that moves a lot, and you're going to be profitable overall. Wait 2 seconds. I'm just going to close that. All right, perfect. Okay, perfect. Yes, so we're going to make some profit at overall, right, guys? So write this down for this week. The euro is something that's going to be moving a lot. Okay, it's a currency that'll be moving a lot. So if you're trading against the euro or with the euro, it's going to be moving a lot. So for the euro, we said it's going here, it's going down in value, right? This number is near the zero compared to this number, right? Same thing as the US going down in numbers here. We're looking to buy the euro. Okay, so that's another buy. So the US it's a buy, the euro is a buy. Next, this is another one. It's going to be a big one, guys. British pound. October 11th, it was at 20,191. That's in a positive, right? There's no negative in about in front up front. And then it went to minus 2,381. That's a movement of 17,000 in contracts. 17,000. That's a lot, guys. From a week to another, that's a lot of movement. Same thing. Since it's going down in numbers, this one is bigger than this one. We're looking to buy the British pound. So far we have 3 buys. So we're looking for uptrends for the US, the euro, and the British pound. Okay, next we have the yen. So the yen, it's at 95,092 and to 122,640. Okay, so this is going up in price, right? So we're looking to sell because it's going up in pricing. We're looking to sell the yen. Okay, so we're buying the US, we're buying the euro, we're buying the British pound. The last two that I talked to you about, the US, the euro, and the British pound, those are the ones that you want to look at. And we're selling the yen. So right there, you already have some combination here. So US, you know that US yen is a buy. You know that GBP yen is a buy. And you have euro yen, that's a buy too. So only with basically four currencies, you already have four pairs that you know the direction. Now the euro and euro GBP, since those are the two pairs, there's a pair that is euro GBP. They're going the same direction. Those are neutral. Those are going up. This one is going up too. They're going to the same direction. Those are neutral pairs. Same thing for euro USD, neutral. They're going the same direction. GBP USD, neutral, because they're going the same direction. You see that, guys? So how many pairs that I talked about right now? So you have 1 euro USD, 2 GBP USD, 3 euro GBP, 4 GBP USD, and then you have the yen, euro yen, GBP yen, and USD yen. So it's almost what, 6? Can't count now, but you get the point, guys. So type the number 4 if you understood what I just explained, and we're gonna continue. Perfect. Great. Next, we have the Australian dollar. Australian dollar, week of the 11th, we have 102,000 positive. Then it went back to 81,311. Now this is a difference of 20,000 in pricing. Another currency to look at for this week. Okay, so we already have 3. We have the euro, the GBP, and the Australian dollar, and even the yen. The yen, there was a big difference too. That's 20, yeah, 27 in difference here. Okay, so those four. So far, the market will be moving a lot, guys, overall. Okay, so Australian dollar going down in pricing. So we're looking to do what? Is it a buy or a sell, guys, for Australian dollar? So just say buy or up, or sell or down if it's a sell. So is it a buy or sell for Australian dollar, guys? Lachelle says it's a sell. Okay, so is there any other answers? I'll wait a few minutes, maybe a 1 minute. Chris says a buy. Perfect. Any other answers? All right, perfect. Okay, so the answer for Australian dollar, it's a buy, uptrend. The reason why is the contracts are going lower from week to week. Okay, so if it's going lower from a week to another, so you went from 102,000 to 81,000, right? If it's going from lower from 1 week to another, we're doing the opposite of what we're seeing. That's really the trick here, guys. So if you see it's going down from week to week, like you see that from the October 4th to October 18th, the last 3 weeks it was going down. From here to here it's going down. From here to here it's going down, right? And from here to here it's going down. Last week COT for the Australian dollar, we had it as a buy. So this week, same thing, because it's still going down from last week from the last 2 weeks to last week. So we're looking to buy the Australian dollar. Okay. Did you understand that, Lachelle? If you have any questions, was that clear for you? All right, perfect, Lachelle. Nice. Okay, great. So let's continue. Canadian dollar. October 11, we had it at 11,728, and then to minus 7,837. Okay, so that's a big swing, guys. So that's almost 18,000 in difference. Same thing, it's going down in value. This price is bigger than this price, right? Going down in value, in pricing. Okay, so we're looking to buy the Canadian dollar. Okay, next we have the New Zealand dollar. From 1 week it went to minus 8,000 7,151, and then to minus 7,598. Questions for you guys. I want to make sure that everyone can understand that concept. What are we looking to do this week for the New Zealand dollar? Are we looking to buy the New Zealand dollar or to sell the New Zealand dollar? So are we buying the New Zealand dollar or selling the New Zealand dollar? Chris says buy. Okay. So Chris, why do you say you're buying the New Zealand dollar? Just explain me like a few sentence. And okay, perfect. Lachelle says buy too. All right. So was that sell the negative got me? No. Chris, you had the right answer. It was a buy. It was a sell or it was a buy. Now I confuse everyone. No, so it was actually a sell, Chris. So right answer. So it was a sell. The reason why is I'm gonna go back to my main. There you go. Perfect. So this price is smaller to this price. Like I said, guys, at the beginning, when it's a minus, you have to look at the price that is near the zero. Okay, so this price is bigger than this one. Why? Because it's near the zero. Okay, it's the nearest to the zero than this one. So if that's the case, the price is going up, right? This price is smaller than this price, so it's going up. That means that we're selling the New Zealand dollar. Okay, so I know Lachelle, you said buy. Chris redeemed himself with the buy sell, so I will give it to you. But Lachelle, do you understood the concept on that? It's the opposite. You have to make sure that the price that you see, if it's a minus, just look at the one that is nearest the zero, and that will give you an understanding of which position to take. Perfect. So let's continue. And if you have any questions, guys, I'm gonna look at the chat. There's no problem on that. So switch rank, October 11th, 29, 29,963 to 33,333. 3333. Perfect. So it's going up in value. It's the same concept. The Swiss is the same concept to the New Zealand dollar. The only difference, if you look at the price, guys, those are minuses. Those are positive. You see, when you have a minus, the bigger, like the bigger amount in when you see it visually, this is the biggest amount. So this is the biggest amount. But since there's a minus, guys, this is not the biggest amount. When you look at the minuses, this is the biggest amount because it's nearest the zero. Okay, so it's the same thing for the Swiss going up in pricing. So we're looking to sell the Swiss. Okay, and finally we have the South African Rand. This is minus 1,446 to minus 3,445. Okay, so this is going down in pricing. Why? Because this price is nearest the zero than this price. Okay, so it's going down in value, in value, right? And that means that we're looking to buy the rand. Okay, great. So now we'll give you all of the buys here when we combine all of those data. So we look at the Euro Chef, CAD JPY, USD JPY, and all that stuff, and we add them up all together, and it will give us our buys for the week. So for this week, the bias is this. So we have AUD Chef buy, and I think if you're in our Enigma chat, you're a paid VIP member. We did send out a USD Chef signal maybe a few hours ago, and currently it's in profit. Why it was sent out? Because we know our fundamental bias is a buy for this currency. Like I said, always, regardless of if it's a buy or a sell, we know that this pair will be moving for the week. So that means that if I receive an Enigma signal for that pair, and it makes sense if I look at the market structure, I will take that trade. And currently I'm in that trade. Because it aligned with my fundamental and my technical. Because what I'm showing you guys is fundamental. So this is to prepare to the exam, because the exam is when you place the trade and you put your stop loss, your take profit, TP1, TP2, TP3, right? But before that technical, that exam, you have to study. So this is what we're doing. We're studying the market. We're studying the data before actually taking a trade. So if it doesn't follow what I studied, I'm not taking the trade at all. I will wait for the best setup based on market structure and my criteria to enter a trade, and I pull the trigger. And that's why when you see the Enigma signals in the Discord group, there's basically a trigger on the actual price when you enter. So that's that on that. So AUD chef, we have a buy. So this price, this currency will be moving. AUD JPY, same thing. AUD NZD, same thing for a buy. We have CAD CHF for a buy. We have CAD JPY for a buy. We have Euro CHF for a buy. Euro JPY for a buy. We have Euro NZD for a buy. We're going to have GBP JPY for a buy. GBP CHF for a buy. GBP NZD for a buy. NZD CAD for a sell. Okay, like we looked before, the New Zealand dollar, we're looking to sell it, but since the CAD is going up, we're looking to sell NZD CAD. Same thing for USD. USD is going up, right? So NZD USD is a sell. And finally, we have the last two, USD CHF for a buy and USD JPY for a buy. So if you don't see any other pair in this list, that means that the pair is neutral. So when we say it's neutral, it means that the pair is going in the same direction. So we don't have an actual bias for that week. So we don't know exactly where it's going, right? So that's why you don't see that pair in this list here, okay? So starting should be tonight or tomorrow, you should see a section in, if you're in a Discord group, you're gonna see a section for our weekly COT update. Okay, so that will be our fundamental buys here for Commitment of Traders. So that'll be added by myself. So the list that you see here will be added to that channel here in Discord. And it will give you all of the pairs available to trade. And I will show you exactly what I do here when I start my trading week and how I set up my stuff. Okay, so that'll be easier for everyone to follow along. If you love to trade fundamental biases, you could trade the way that you want, guys. But we're just giving you added value here on how to trade like the profitable traders are doing here. Okay, so I'll go on my trading view. And I will show you exactly the layout that I have for my stuff here. So what I do, I'm just gonna double click here. When I start the week on a Monday or on a Sunday, usually I set up my stuff on Sunday, so I'm prepared and ready to embark in the market. I always add my watch list to my trading view. Okay, so how you do that is you add the currency pair that you want here. Okay, as you all know, the Enigma system only works on Oanda. So what I do here is I make sure that I'm on, when you click on all, you make sure that you're gonna see a section here. It's gonna say any markets here, the North American market, the European market, and everything like that. So you have to make sure to select Oanda, and Oanda will be on the going to pull up here on the Forex and CFD. Okay, so you click on that, and that will show you all the pairs available for Oanda. Okay, so that way you're not confused, and when you click on another feed of market, it's gonna give you a pop-up that you're not allowed to look at the the Enigma system with that feed, because it's only working on the Wanda, and that's really the best one with feeds here so far. Okay, so when you do that, you make sure you click on Forex after that, and then you're gonna be selecting your pairs here. Okay. Fortunately, I think my computer is slowing down a little bit, so I'm just gonna close it out. But when you add all of your pairs, what I do, I put all of my fundamental bias pairs here, so that way it's easier when let's say I receive an alert and anything like that. I just click on the currency. Like I could click on Euro USD, AUD USD, and it's gonna open it right there. And make sure it's you're on the H1. That's really the best way to look at the Enigma system. So if you don't have the Enigma system yet, make sure to get on EFX, Elevated FX. There's a link in the description of the free Telegram group. But if you go on elevatedfx.com, you're gonna be able to register and get on with Enigma, and then make sure you log in and get in the Discord group and send out the form to be able to have access to the training view version of Enigma. So that way you're going to be able to see the setups, okay, instead of only seeing the alerts in the group. So that way you could just look at at your trade played out here, okay. So that's that on that. Perfect. So I don't know if you have any question for me, guys. I'm just gonna stop sharing here. Great. So I don't know if you have any questions, guys. I don't. I know it. Yeah, it was 45 minutes. That's perfect for this session. So usually this session is not that long, but I wanted to break down the data for you guys and to understand exactly how we get the the result that we have here with our bias here for the week. So I don't know if you have any questions, guys. I'm just gonna wait a few minutes, maybe 2-3 minutes, and if there's anything else, we will finish the webinar here. So I hope you guys had thought that this webinar was educational or a little bit clearer for the process. Let's see if there's any questions here on my end. Nothing. Perfect. No problem. No problem. Thank you, Chris, to be on the webinar. That's perfect. Perfect. Okay. So don't think there's any questions here on this webinar. So like I said, guys, All of the fundamental buys here that we reviewed today will be added to the special Discord channel that will be called Weekly COT Updates. Okay, so the list of currency will be there. So and usually it's going to be added to that channel here, maybe on Sundays, starting on next week. Okay, so that way it's going to be clearer for everyone. And eventually, when we're going to have our new back office, it will be in the back office too, but it will still be in the Discord here afterwards. So you're not going to miss anything on that. Perfect. So on that note, I wish you a wonderful week of trading. Okay, if you have any questions, guys, like I said, you could leave your questions in the description box of the YouTube page, or on our Facebook group, or in Discord in the trade talk section. We're going to be glad to answer your questions on that. Okay. So on that note, I wish you a wonderful week of trading.